and I'm pleased to say that James and Bob are here now. Good to see you. Bob's just checking us all out.
Come here, Bob.
I'm a big cat fan, actually. Am I allowed to give him a little stroke?
You can give him a little scratch on the top of the head, yeah.
Okay, there we go.
He's investigating because, yes, it's all strange smells to him, so...
Just checking it all out. Good boy.
As long as he's with Dad, he's happy.
You can if he wants to.
You want to come and sit on my lap?
That makes him feel a bit settled.
No? I think he'll be there. I think he'll be fine there.
Okay.
Bob, do you want to give me a high five? Hey. Do you want a num-num?
I want him to give me a high five, but I'm scared that a cat will leave me hanging on national television.
Why don't you sit down?
Here we go.
You want to give me a high five? Come on. High five.
Oh,
no, he doesn't want to do it. I think he's a bit...
Leave him be to get sorted while we chat about him. He's a legend because of the story that you told about him. And you have a new book out, a third book. Mm-hmm. Could you ever have believed a few years ago that you'd be sitting here on a 3-book deal with the success and the love that's coming towards you?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's incredible. The 3 autobiographies that I've written. This third one, obviously, it delves into the last Christmas that Bob and I had before everything changed back in 2010, and it's. You know, when my agent approached me way back then, you know, and she said, "Would you like to write the story of you and Bob?" Because we'd been featured in the Islington Tribune by a local journalist called Peter Greener. She approached me, and I just thought it was another crazy person with some crazy idea, because I was a big issue vendor or busker, whatever the day took me to be, and people always come up to you with crazy ideas, and I just sort of brush it off, and then the next thing I know, I'm being put in contact with an agent, for working, and I'm writing the book, yeah, and now 2012, we're nearly in 2015, the first book has been published in 35 languages at least. The first book has sold over 1 million copies in the UK. And I wrote a sequel because there was so much demand for it, and I felt, you know, maybe people should understand, like, the Christmas for people that, like Bob and myself and other homeless people and animals have to kind of experience, but from my perspective, obviously, because I can't relate from anybody else's, so, you know, it's how I dealt with it, you know, and how he helped me get through it. I
mean, I know that it's already doing very well, your third book, as all the others have, but for people who haven't read them, I mean, I suppose, in a nutshell, did he save you, really, Bob?
We saved each other. I think it's kismet. It really is kismet. He turned up when I needed him. It was that moment in my life where everything had to change.
And you started caring for him, which I guess helped you to start caring about yourself.
Well, yes. I was on a methadone program before that, and I was slowly getting clean. But he gave me that extra determination to finally, you know, kick the habit, quite literally. They don't call it kicking the habit for nothing, because it is quite a painful experience having to go through the final withdrawals.
I can imagine.
But he gave me that extra encouragement, and sometimes when you're going through the withdrawals, you want to be left alone. He would leave me alone, but when he knew I needed a bit of comfort, he was there. So he really was, you know. I think we are Bob and I, we are bonded, you know.
Alive.
You know,
he's a very special boy, aren't you, Bob? And it looks like your story might even be made into a movie now.
Well, it's been brought up. The option has been brought up. We're just waiting to see what happens. It'd be nice to see it for Christmas next year, wouldn't it?
It really, really would. Look, it's brilliant. Bob, thanks for your patience with me.
Bob, come on, you're going to give me a high five? Give me a high five. Come on, high five. Thank you.
Yeah, good boy, Bob. I'm not going to ask him to do it for me because he's wagging his tail, as many of my guests have.
Give him a little scratch on the top of the head.
So I don't want to push my luck. Can I? Oh, there you go.
There you go.
Thanks very much. Would you like it? I'll give him a little love. There we go. Well, Bob has his treat. I'll tell you about what's coming up after the break, because millions of us have tuned